students, let's continue with RBCs. So now you know about hemoglobin, that it carries oxygen and it also carries carbon dioxide, but in a very small portion in the form of carboaminohemoglobin. Lifespan of RBCs is 120 days. It means after 120 days they die. These RBCs are without nucleus. It means they are enucleated. There is no nucleus in them, there is no mitochondria in them, and there is no endoplasmic reticulum in them. There is no nucleus. These three organelles are not present in RBCs. Even then, they are very efficient in carrying the oxygen gas. This is because nucleus is not present. This increases the surface area volume ratio, which further increases the capacity to carry oxygen gas. Second is that mitochondria is not present in them. We know that oxidation of food takes place in mitochondria, right? So because mitochondria is not present in them, that's why they cannot use oxygen carried by them. RBCs cannot use that oxygen gas. Whole oxygen carried by them is transported to the tissues. No endoplasmic reticulum. We know that endoplasmic reticulum acts as a skeletal network, right? When endoplasmic reticulum is not present, that gives more flexibility to RBCs. When RBCs become flexible, then they can move through narrow capillaries also. So these three things, deficiency of these three things make RBCs more effective in carrying out their task. Next is that these RBCs are produced in marrow of long bones in adults, and in the embryo stage these are produced in liver and spleen. These RBCs are destroyed in liver, spleen and bone marrow. It means after 120 days they are destroyed either in liver, spleen or bone marrow. So this main function of RBCs is to transport oxygen gas. Main function is transportation of oxygen gas. Beside this, they also carry a very little amount of carbon dioxide in the form of carboaminohemoglobin. Now we come to the second type of cells that are known as white blood cells. White blood cells are amoeboid in shape. Amoeboid in shape means irregular in shape. There is no definite shape. They can change their shape. Now these RBCs are larger than these WBCs are larger than RBCs. Even then, they can pass through the blood capillaries. Reason is because they are amoeboid in shape, they squeeze and come out of the capillaries, and this process is known as diapetasis. You can see here the process of diapetasis. These WBC is here. This WBC changes its shape, it squeezes and moves out of the capillaries. So these white blood cells oozing out of the blood capillaries, and this process is known as diapetasis. No hemoglobin is present in WBCs. Lifespan of WBCs is about 2 weeks. They are with nucleus. Nucleus is present in them. And on the basis of shape of nucleus, WBCs are of different types. Now first of all, we can classify WBCs on the presence of granular or non-granular WBCs. It means the WBCs that contain granules in their cytoplasm are called granular WBCs, and WBCs which do not contain granules in their cytoplasm are called non-granular WBCs. Granular WBCs can be further divided into three types: neutrophils, eosinophils and basophils. Neutrophils. Now you have to see the nucleus of all these three. In neutrophils, Nucleus is with 3 to 4 lobes. In nucleus, there are 3 to 4 lobes. In eosinophils, nucleus is having 2 lobes. In basophils, nucleus is large and indistinctly lobed. Indistinctly lobed. Okay, so there is no distinct lobe present there. Now, non-granular WBCs are of two types, lymphocytes and monocytes. Lymphocytes are the smallest WBCs and monocytes are the largest WBCs. Lymphocytes have single large nucleus in them and monocytes have kidney-shaped nucleus in them. WBCs are produced in red bone marrow, lymph nodes and sometimes in liver and spleen, and they are destroyed just like the RBCs in liver, spleen and bone marrow. Now, function of these WBCs. Number one function is phagocytosis. Phagocytosis is a process in which the WBCs engulf the foreign particle. It means if any foreign particle like some bacteria enters inside your body, then these WBCs, they engulf that foreign particle, and this process is called phagocytosis. Just like amoeba engulfs its food, and that process is called phagocytosis. In this, the WBCs engulfs the foreign particle. Second is inflammation. Inflammation occurs due to the reaction of tissues to injury or to some localized invasion of germs. When there is invasion of germ or some injury at some place, then inflammation occurs. Inflammation means some redness or some swelling or some pain occurs at a place of infection. So you come to know that some infection has happened to you. This is because at that place the WBCs comes out from the capillaries and engulf the germs. It comes out of the capillaries by the process of diapedasis and engulfs the germ by the process of phagocytosis. So this is inflammation. Third is formation of antibodies. WBCs, that are lymphocytes, non-granulated WBCs, the smallest one, they produces antibodies which kill germs. So antibodies are the chemicals produced by WBCs that kill germs. Next type of blood cells are blood platelets. Blood platelets are oval or round in shape. They are smaller than RBCs and WBCs. Their lifespan is 3 to 5 days. They are non-nucleated. They also do not contain nucleus in them. They are produced in red bone marrow from some giant cells called megakaryocytes. Megakaryocyte produces platelets by budding. They bud out some platelets and they are destroyed mainly in the spleen. Main function of blood platelets is the process of blood clotting. They help in the process of blood clotting.